Discretion is advised.
Cameras rolling on a convenience store crime in South Florida. Surveillance video capturing a man police say broke into the Lauderhill business earlier this month. He stole various tobacco items along with a ninja sword. It happened at the Quick Stop food store on Southwest 71st Avenue and Kimberly Boulevard. If you have information, you should call Crime Stoppers at 954-4932.
You know, we had a technical glitch for a second, Carl, and I hope you heard most of this, but I want you to get your reaction to this.
Well, you know, like I heard about the last 30 seconds of it, but I will say, look, Donald Trump did say, stop it. But I would say to the counter of that, where was Obama when people were smashing neighborhoods after all these riots? I mean, he didn't necessarily take a firm stance on getting people to stop. I think what happens is now is, look, people should not riot and cause violence on either side of the aisle regarding the issue. I think it's stupid for people to come out and say racist things and, you know, whatever power for Trump, but they shouldn't do it on either side. And I think there should be a real serious hatch down here of the law and just say, look, stop doing violence upon other people, stop doing violence upon neighborhoods. It doesn't.
Hate crimes and I'm sorry, Kate. Hate crimes and protesting are not the same things. We cannot normalize this, Carl. A hate crime is a crime that is committed against somebody because of their religion, because of what they look like, because of their sexual orientation. That is not the same thing as protesting.
You're not. Well, I don't think Carl is disputing that, though.
Well, he should make it very clear, because what I heard is both people on both sides should just cut it all out. And a hate crime is not the same thing as protesting. We have to be very deliberate about that.
And what do you say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him?
Oh my goodness, poor white people. Oh my goodness, poor white people. Oh my goodness, poor white people. Please, Stop it, Carl. What I say to people that protest is that, first of all, apparently there has never been an acceptable. Pardon me, there has never been an acceptable form of protest. What I'm saying is I am calling for people to be peaceful. I think protesting is a right. It is what this country was founded on. We got this country via protest, actually. But it's never okay to use violence. But we can't keep calling for people to be peaceful. We can't call for people to be peaceful when the rhetoric that has been used is not peaceful, when people don't feel peaceful in their homes. We have to recognize.
A Chesterfield teenager learned he will spend the next 40 years in prison for killing a beloved store clerk and father.
Trayvon Wilhite shot and killed Harshad Patel, a father of twin girls, during a botched robbery attempt back in January. On the same day Wilhite learned his fate, Crime Insider John Burkett learned the teen's younger brothers have been charged with trying to rob another store. John?
Bill, police tell us it was an attempted robbery Saturday night that did not go off as planned. Tyreek Wilhite and his 17-year-old brother arrested at this Hall Street market behind me in South Richmond. They're held at gunpoint by the owner of the store. Inside this Latino market off Hall Street Saturday night, police find Tyreek Wilhite and his younger brother sitting on the ground. The owner pointing a gun, telling them not to move.
I'm surprised he even fought back.
The owner tells CBS 6 off camera that in his 16 years at this location, he's never had a problem, adding when the suspects entered his store with their faces partially covered, he knew to grab his gun. But when told they were the younger brothers of Trayvon Wilhite, a 19-year-old just sentenced to 40 years for killing a Chesterfield clerk, the owner was astonished at the choices people make. Ryan Lips, who lives close by, agrees.
We don't know what the world's coming to. It's just people are just not thinking, worrying about getting money.
Trayvon Wilhite is now convicted, and his 14-year-old brother, Tykees, is awaiting trial for his involvement in the murder of store clerk and father of twins Harshad Patel at the beginning of this year. 11 months later, 2 more brothers joined them behind bars, waiting to see what's next. Tyreek Wilhite has a court hearing in Richmond in the morning. I tried getting a comment from his family tonight. They did not want to speak on camera. I also, Bill and Candace, spoke with the widow of Mr. Harshad Patel. She says she is happy with the 40-year sentence that Trayvon received this afternoon. Working for you in Richmond, John Burkett, CBS 6 News.
Breaking news update. A suspect in the murder and dismemberment of a 2-year-old boy is officially charged tonight. The suspect was once a caretaker for that child. Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Schulte picking up the story live at Chicago Police Headquarters tonight. Sarah?
Well, Alan, police say crying from a milk allergy is what motivated 41-year-old Kamel Harris to kill Kyron Knox. Police say a break came in the case when physical evidence came back linking Harris to the crime. The discovery made in this lagoon over Labor Day weekend last year was a tough one for police who recovered Kyron Knox's body parts over an exhaustive 2-day search.
At that time, we recovered the head. It was pretty difficult to deal with, probably one of the most difficult things I've dealt with in my 29 years on the job here. Police believe the toddler's dismembered body was dumped in the Garfield Park Lagoon after being killed in Rockford. Kyron was in the care of Kamel Harris, a friend of the boy's mother. While investigators don't know how the 2-year-old died, police say Harris killed the toddler over a food allergy.
The baby apparently ingested some milk, and the baby was lactose intolerant and kept crying all afternoon, and he kind of just snapped and couldn't deal with it anymore. The big break in the case came after investigators learned the blood found in Harris's car belonged to the toddler. Police say Harris denied that Kyron had been in his car. The boy's mother had temporarily left her son with Harris so she could move to Iowa for a new job.
She beats herself up every day about this. And, you know, I would say it's not her fault. She didn't know. She trusted him.
The toddler's family is relieved that Harris has been charged, but disappointed that his girlfriend was not. Apparently, she was also taking care of the toddler at the time. Police say they have, at this point, no plans of charging her. This was one case that Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson said that they were determined to solve. Live at police headquarters, Sarah Schulte, ABC 7 Eyewitness News, Kathy Bennett.